Hello everyone, welcome to .NET Media channel. Today, let's look at what is free Azure account and step-by-step process how you can create a free Azure account. So to create any Azure resources, you need an Azure account with the active Azure subscription. And Azure account allows you to create, manage, build and deploy applications or services to the Azure. And in today's video, we will try to understand what is a free Azure account, what are different purchasing options you have, and we will look at step by step process how you can create your free Azure account. And once the account is created, we will log into the Azure portal and see few features. At the end, we will try to understand what are the different billing aspects you have with your Azure account. First, let's get started with free Azure account. So if you want to try Microsoft Azure, Microsoft provides few services for free for initial 12 months, which includes Azure Virtual Machines, SQL Database, and Azure Blob Storage, and there are many more. And with these free services, there is a limitation. You'll get like 750 hours with B1 series of virtual machine. You get 250 GB S0 instance with 10 database transaction units for SQL database, and for Azure storage you get 5 GB local redundant storage hot tier with 20K read and 10K write operations. Like that, every free service has its own limitation. These are basically, if you want to try different Microsoft Azure services for free, you can use these services. And also, once you create Azure account, they provide 200 US dollars for free, which is of 13,300 Indian rupees free credit for initial 30 days. And once this initial 30 days is done, you can move to pay as you go subscription model, which means that you just pay like whatever the resources you are using it. And also, at any point in time, as of now today, they have 55 services which are always free, which means that, and there is a limitation for each service. Example, Azure Cosmos DB, you get 1000 requests per second. Azure App Services, you get 10 applications, could be web app, mobile app, or API app with 1 GB storage and 1 hour per day you can run it. And also Azure Functions, you get 1 million requests for free. And Azure Event Grid, 1 lakh per month. Like there are 55 services as of today. And once you are done with your initial 12 months, still you can use these 55 other services, but you should move to pay as you go subscription model. Okay. And with this Microsoft account, and there is no upfront commitment. If you want to cancel your Azure account, you can cancel at any point in time. You can do that. Okay. So this is about initial understanding of free Azure account. Now let's try to move to purchasing options. Now, how you can purchase your Azure account? There are three different ways you can purchase your Azure account. The first one is going to the Azure website, and this is the easiest and fast way to get started. And you will be billed basically monthly from Microsoft. And this can be used by the individuals who are trying Azure. If you have your own websites and all, if you want to use Azure, this is the easiest way to register and start using it. And the next one is you can reach out to the Microsoft representative. This is for the organizations where a lot of people working on different Azure services, and your company can directly contact Microsoft and getting billing out of that. And you get a monthly bill, and that will be charged to your organization. So generally, in software companies, right? So generally they prefer the second option. And the third one is the Microsoft partner, which is basically a managed service by your partner, and your partner will provide you access to the services, billing, and support. In previous two cases, it's kind of an, you have to access, you have to manage, you have to do everything, and maybe here your company representative will do. But in the third case, a third party kind of an, a partner will do everything for you. If you want to understand this a bit, let me go on to a website called ZNet Live, which I generally use. Now if you go and look at below, let me go on to the cloud and infrastructure. If I click on Microsoft Azure, now if you look at here, what you have to do, you have to go via Znet Live. They will manage everything for you. So they will manage your infrastructure, they will manage your cloud resources, they will provide a free consultation for you, and there is a dedicated support. Instead of you reaching out to the Microsoft, you can reach out to the Znet Live, and they will kind of an partner for you, right? So this is the third option, which is Microsoft partner. Okay, now let's move to how we, I mean, we will concentrate more on the first option today. So what you can do, you can go to azure.com website, and you can register your account, and you can start using your account and start creating Azure resources. Before doing this, definitely you should have a phone number, and you should have valid credit card details and a Microsoft account for authentication and all. And once you register, you won't be charged unless you move to pay as you go, which means that I can go and sign up. I can use these popular services for 12 months for free, or I could use initial 30 days. I could use this particular credit, playing around with all the services. Here, there is no limit. Basically, for initial 30 days, you use as much as possible, which more than the free services. Right now, what we will try to do, we will go to this particular URL. Right, you can do two things. You can start for free, or you can directly register as pay as you go. And if you look at here, whatever the options I explained previously, everything is here. You get 12 months popular services, 50 plus services free. You can start initial 30 days, 200 Azure credit you get. And if I click this view all services, right, and like initial 12 months Azure virtual machines, SQL database, blob storage, Cosmos DB, like that. There are many more. So the 55 services there is, they have provided here. Azure Advisor, Azure App Configuration. So they provide what is the particular service, what is this type of service, what is the free limit you get monthly basis, and what is the period you get always free or 12 months free. So all these details are here. You can go check it out here. Right now, let me start the free account. As I already logged in with one of my account, it is showing here, but let me skip this and use the another account. Now, let's say I don't have any account as of now. I want to create a new account. You click here. Now it is trying to create a Microsoft account for you. So what I will say, I'll give 100. So I can, you can say outlook.com. Microsoft has outlook.com, hotmail.com. So let me use outlook.com. So go on to the next. So I'll give my password here. And if you want any information tips, you can select that. So let me click on next. So let me save this. So it's asking for a puzzle. So let's do that. Okay, now our verification is complete. It's proven that we are a human, and it is going and creating an account for us. So now here we can kind of give our own details. So let me provide some details here. And this is our account. Make sure, right, your username and password you copied somewhere. So I'll try to give my phone number, so that our verification is required. Don't give any country code. I'll give text me option. So I should be getting a text now. And let me verify the code. Yeah, now my verification is done. So let me give a few details here. So you can give your proper billing address. As of now, I'm just trying to give everything same. And you can agree to the terms, and you can hear something from Microsoft. And let's click on next. Okay, I'll give my organization as total mirror. It might take some time, so just wait for it. Don't click anywhere. Okay, now it is saying you should have a credit card or debit card, and they temporarily charge you like 1 or 2 rupees. And once that is done, you won't be charged unless you move to pay as you go, which means that initial 30 days you don't be charged, and later also, right? You can say, okay, I want to continue, or you want to discontinue, right? You can do that. Okay, so if you look at here, they have given some text whatever we discussed so far, and there's a clear indication over here. After your credit is over, we will ask you if you want to continue pay as you go. If you don't want, you can cancel it at any point in time. Okay, now what I will do, let me fill all these details, and I'll come back again. Thank you. Okay, now in the previous screen, I entered all my credit card details over there, and if you look at here, and they are charging 2 rupees for us to prove that we are like a valid kind of a user. So I got a OTP. So let me fill that. Now my payment is successful. So when it is confirming your information, right? Don't click on anything. In the background, it is setting up your account, and below it asks for some feedback and all. You can ignore that. Now, if you see now, you are ready to start with your Azure, and you can click over here, and let me do that. And in the below they say there are demo series and live question and answers are happening, so you can register for those. For now, I'll skip those. Let me go to the Azure portal. Okay, now this is the welcome screen where you can start doing all your Azure resource creation and all. For that, I have a detailed video. I'll put it in the description so you can start using it. Now, if you look at here on top, so there is a subscription of free tail has been remaining credit of. As I mentioned in the chart, that was 13,300, but it is 15,800 INR. We got it. So if you look at here, yeah, now this is a subscription of free trial, and if you look at here, and free trial, and this is the billing period, and if you look at here, starting credit is 15,800, and we have this much of credit remaining, and you can use this particular credit within a month and all. Okay. And also they're giving an option for you. You can look at top free services by usage and all, so you can look at your usage, and you can click on view all free services. You can check that as well. Okay, all your subscription details over here. And if you look at on top, right, it clearly says your free credit expires in 29 days. And to continue your a particular account, right, you have to upgrade to the pay as you go. And like that, you can see all your subscription details here. So let me go on to the cost management and billing. Right here, as of now, we just started today, we don't have any invoices or last billed amount. And if you look at here, this is where it shows your subscriptions. Okay, as of now we have only free trial. And if you click on this view all subscriptions, so there are uh, there's an option to create a new subscription as well. So you can go and create a new subscription here. So it will try to show you different options, what kind of subscription you can create. As we are already done with free trial, so this option is disabled. And pay as you go as of now disabled because we are in free account. If you click here, it will upgrade to the pay as you go. I'll skip for now. And there's an option for students, you can do that as well. And there are different many more options, like you buy enterprise license with Visual Studio. There could be a volume license, you go with external partner. So there are many more subscriptions you can start creating and start using this. So let me go back. I'll skip. So I'll click on this subscriptions. So as of now, we have one subscription. Now let's go back to our Word document. Let's try to understand the billing aspect. So now what happened with our particular subscription, right? We have a default directory is already got created. That is dot and mirror 100 outlook at the rate, sorry, dot on microsoft.com, right? And like that, I can go and create as many subscriptions as possible or in my directory. So what is the benefit of having more Azure subscriptions means you can kind of and create resources under subscription. You can manage them individually, and you can group few subscriptions to a particular invoice section, and that will cascade to the billing profile. So this billing profile will be used. Let's say you want to have a different invoice for HR department, a different invoice for finance and all that, right? So you can create different billing profiles and you can cross charge to your department. So that is where you can create as many billing profiles as possible. And each billing profile will have invoice and a different payment method. And each invoice, right, you'll have an invoice section, and invoice section will contain so one or more subscriptions whatever you created. Okay. And with this, right, you can uh, start using your free account, and you can start creating all your uh, Azure resources. So there are like 200 plus Azure resources. You can go through the documentation, you can use your free credits and all, and you can start playing it. Okay, now let's summarize what we learned in this particular video. We understood what is free Azure account and what are the different purchasing options you get with your Azure account, and step by step process which we did to create Azure account, and how could you log into the Azure portal, and we understood different billing aspects of it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.